Peace and blessings. This is Lisa Marie Goodson of the Blackberry Beauty Transformative Academy, Ancient African Wisdom for the Modern Sister. Hey y'all. So guess what? I just finished doing a video for my Afrocentric Home Decor channel, and I will link that video in the description box so you can go right to it. And it explains all this. I don't know how much you can see this beauty in my dining room. I am sitting in my dining area, and I'm beautifying it. I actually beautified it. Like I could stay up all night. When you see me looking like I ain't getting no sleep, sometimes I stay up. I mean, it's like the spirit just comes inside of me, and I'll stay up to 2 to 3 to 4 in the morning sometimes, and just be decorating and thinking, especially at night, because at night, you know, my husband goes to sleep. It's quiet in the neighborhood. It's quiet all the time, for most part, but no traffic, and it's just like, you know, you in your own groove. I'll make me some delicious tea and something that's calming, but at the same time, you know, keeps me up. And I'll put on some African music. And I'll go get my Spotify, put on my African music, and I just put it down a little low, and I just sit down in a chair. And I'll just start getting ideas from the ancestors. I know it's them talking, and they just tell me what to do. Take that, put it there, go get that, go get that. And everything that I'm doing, this whole idea of sacred space, for those that don't know, I'm actually starting June 30th, and I think I'm gonna start it this Sunday. I may go for the next Sunday, I'm not sure, but as of now, it's June 30th, this Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m. I kick off my 21-day intensive called Return of the Sacred Space. That's why I'm here, that's why I'm talking about it, and I really want you to be a part of it. If you've been in the first one or the second one, or you haven't been in the first one or second one, you know, for those that have been, that this is going to be all that. And for those that haven't, you gotta come. Like, you're still going to be able to get it. It's not like, oh, I didn't join the first one, second one, well, why am I in the third one? I'm missing something. It stands alone, and yet they all go together. And that's the African way. The African way is always and both. Do you understand that every single thing you look at, everything that you put in your home has meaning? You know, what you're going to learn in this intensive is that you're not just choosing things, you know, arbitrarily. You're not just choosing things by accident or because you think that, oh, visually it's pretty. And if you are, you want to make sure of what you're bringing in your house, because the energy of what you bring in your house can determine your health, your relationships, the success of those, your money, your career, you know, anything that you can think of that makes you a happy, productive sister. Your space it has a way of promoting whatever you say you want. So that means that right now your space may not be promoting that. I mean, even when you buy, like, let's say you're going to buy some Afrocentric, I say centric patterns. We know that this is from the kente cloth, but this is not actually kente cloth. It is the design and pattern of kente cloth. So it still has the same symbolism in the sense that every design, every color, every square, every triangle has a meaning. Do you understand that dots, when you see dots in African fabric, it represents fertility? Or the checkerboard pattern actually represents the male and female, or or good and evil, the reminder of the idea of good and evil. And that the chevron pattern actually comes from Africa, and it actually represents rivers. So every design means something. A lot of them is a spiritual meaning or cultural meaning. And so you don't know that when you buy stuff, because you just buying it. But so even this American stuff that we buy, they're very much influenced by African design, and they will take the design, not understanding the spiritual and cultural connotation of furniture having meaning for your life. And so you may have furniture that is representing pain or sadness, or you may have clothes, or you may have art that you don't even know, or you may not have any of it, and you need those things to come into your home. So it's real deep, and it's not just about home decor, sacred space. It's about cleaning up the space in your body. We're always going to be talking about health. We're always going to be talking about that this, our internal represents the external. We're always going to be talking about that. We're going to be in the kitchen. I'm going to show you how to make some delicious sorrel, because once you start creating the space you want, it's going to change the foods that you eat. The people that you invite over. There's going to be people that will no longer be able to come into your house, not because you forbade them, not because of that, because your energy, the energy in the home changed, so they're not even attracted to it. And then the people that do come into your space, whether it's this house yourself or your space of your life, will actually change. It is very profound, and it's very deep, and it's very exciting, it's very spiritual. I'm constantly moving energy around, in other words, moving furniture around to fit where I want to go next or what I'm feeling right now. And I'm going to show you all of that. It is exciting. If I sound excited, it's because if y'all know, you'll see I put pictures on Instagram. You see that I constantly talk about the space. I love it. Like this greenery, if you could see this greenery, which you might not see the depth of the tallness of this greenery in back of me, it's from the land that my husband and I own. And we clipped it and we put it in vases, and it brings depth and beauty and fragrance to this beautiful space called the dining area. I want to tell you that what you got now is enough. A lot of you think I got to get a bigger space though, so I can have a nicer house. If you can't work with the space you have, you're not going to get any more. The universe don't reward you for not being able to be creative. Creativity for a woman is how she gets the things that she wants, how she lives the life she really wants. Creativity is everything. And so you want to be able to use that. Creativity will let those fibroid tumors disappear. Those endometriosis disappear. The uterine fibroids or cancer disappear. Because a lot of times when you're manifesting dis-ease in the body, it's actually a blockage from the creativity that you never used. And so the creativity will create. And if you are stressed or tired or forgot that you are creative, it will create stress and fatigue and dis-ease. But you can change that by changing your home, because when you change your home, it ups your vibrational frequency. So we're not going to just talk about the home, like I said, from the walls and the things we put on it. We're going to talk about the walls that you create emotionally around yourself. The walls that are there right now that you don't even know is there, and you created them. So we're going to break down those emotional walls, those spiritual walls, and in some cases, those physical walls. We're going to uplift your space, which is mental, physical, and spiritual, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. You're going to say, oh, we're going to talk about nature, and as far as bringing nature into the home, I know you're going to be like, I don't have a green thumb. That's what you think, but you do. We're going to talk about going around your home. A lot of you have storage. We know that cluttered space is a cluttered mind, but I'm not going to tell you to get rid of the clutter. I'm going to tell you to reclaim the clutter. Because a lot of that stuff you have in storage, or a lot of that stuff you have in the closet, those closets, right? A lot of that stuff that you have that you think, you know, is just stuff, or you can't use it, or you have enough stuff out, you could actually go, you're going to be able to go in your storage, whether that's a storage that's outside of your home or your closet, and some of that stuff you think is stuff, and some of that stuff you think is junk, is actually beautiful and valuable. And a lot of it can go on a wall, can go on in the bathroom. I mean, like, there's ways to bring in home without the rules. And it's about that creativity, and as women, is so important. And I want the best for you, and I know your home could do it. This is something that I feel like I specialize in. My mother taught me this one very well, how to use your home to manifest what you want in your life. Only I want you to be able to always have it. I'm going to be teaching, like I said, recipes, definitely in the kitchen, and remedies that befits your home. We're going to talk about the music that you play, and I'm going to recommend music that you can play, and why, and what you're listening to, and what it's doing to your emotions, your mood. And so, yes, ladies. Also, for those that don't know, you know, I'm running my July special, and July is almost over. So if you haven't been a part of the specials, you might want to check it out. I got 6-week training courses that went from $497 to $97. I got some select 3-hour intensives that used to be $97, that's $47. I got an audio book on raw foods that was $10, that's now $5, and that special ends July 31st. Ladies, also, I am going to have the Bahama on my website, the trip, the description, frequently asked questions, everything you want to know. $9.97 for 3 days. It's from November 2 to November 5th, 2017. So this year, we will be in the Bahamas. And we're going to do a live workshop. So in the Bahamas, we're going to talk about creative writing. We're going to do a creative writing workshop that we're going to really be amazing, because this is about living and joy and fun. We're going to do also talking about the idea of your home and the importance of the way we furnish it. We're going to have a workshop in that. And we're also going to have a workshop in really true health. You know, how to eat, drink, and be merry without excessiveness. You know what you'll find, and I wanted to share this with you, and I thought it was so much fun. So after I did the video, I decided to eat, drink, and be merry, right? And what I found out is, which is so wonderful about it, is when you take out the I cannot, right? And then you don't do those things, or you do it and you feel so guilty about it, then you try to overcompensate by, you know, over healing yourself, right? And you go from this cycle, this vicious cycle of, you know, binging and then cleansing, binging and then cleansing. When you take out this thing that you can eat what you want when you want it, you'll find that you might not even want it once you have it. So I had a drink of Mary, I had a glass of organic wine. It kept me up all night long. It didn't even do nothing for me. It wasn't thrilling like I thought it was going to be. It was, and I laughed the whole night as I stayed up. And I said, see, I don't even want it. But this was the first time I allowed myself to go for it. We had my husband and I having a romantic evening. You know, it was cool because it allowed me to come out of that cannot, and you find you don't want it anyway. I outgrew it. It don't do me the same. It's just not exciting. I'd rather have some sorrel. I'd rather have some hibiscus cooler, a sorrel, some lemonade, but it was nice to know I could. You know, that night I also had some crackers, and it was nice. Actually, the crackers was fun, it was good, but of course I had a raw soup and I had a raw salad. I didn't go overboard, but I allowed. And it felt so much more natural. It felt like you can do it every once in a while. It ain't your lifestyle. I mean, my lifestyle is still yet to be as healthy and as beautiful as I want to be. But in that, not being so rigid is part of my health. So it's fun. I don't guilt myself like, oh my God, I shouldn't have did it. That's why I stayed. Spirit in me was having a good time laughing. So a lot of times, somebody asked me about how to stop drinking. Clean yourself first. Use fasting as an intention. So if you want to stop drinking or doing drugs, or maybe you think you're smoking weed too much, then you say, I'm going to fast for 21 days to kick this habit. And it will cleanse you. It shows you can do it. And then you might have that inkling to say, well, I can just have one drink, or I can smoke this weed, and then you'll do it and allow yourself to do it because you ain't anxious about it. You're probably going to do it anyway. And then see how you feel. You'll start realizing that it don't really make you high if that's what you're doing, or that the cigarette make you sick if you smoke it again, or that the wine is not what you was really needing. Because you felt so good being healthy, you start incorporating other healthy things in your life. Maybe what you really wanted when you was drinking wine is you wanted to have a gathering of people around you. You wanted to have camaraderie. You wanted to entertain. Like me, I love to entertain in my home. That's why my home is so important to me. Maybe the smoking weed was you wanted to calm down. And you can actually use these things like chamomile tea that'll give you that same kind of relaxed feeling. So you start understanding that you can have the feeling that you want is good. Maybe those things, and then maybe you'll find that you can have those things, and then there's a time for that, and there's a time to stop. There's a time to drink, and there's a time to smoke weed if you do it, and there's a time not to. But you have to decide for yourself how it goes. If you take the sting off of it, if you understand that there's something else you really want, if you're not wanting to do that anymore, fast for that reason. And that's when you can use healthiness and being fully healthy and not building anxieties. All right, y'all, I could go on forever. Go to the website. It is Return of the Sacred Space. It starts this Sunday, June 30th, from 2 to 5 p.m. That's the 3-hour portion. And then after that, I come for 20 more days. You have to be on Facebook to be part of, but it's a secret group. If you're not on Facebook, join Facebook, and you can join the intensive. And if I make it a week later, I'll definitely give you enough time to let you know. Love you all with all of my heart. Thank you for coming to my kitchen. If you want to see it, I'll give you a little tour. Actually, I keep saying kitchen, but it's the dining area. I'll leave the Afrocentric video in the description box. And so, yes, y'all, I know you can't see it. I'm sure you cannot, but I'm wearing my girls' barefoot sandals. They are crocheted. I'm going to do a whole video on my Afrocentric Home Decor channel and play on this one. And you want to talk about upping your home attire, and we're going to also talk about that in Sacred Space as well. So anyway, I love these. I got 15 different pairs, and I got to let you see it. So I will feature it in my Afrocentric Home Decor video in the next video. All right, y'all, go to the website. Don't be sitting there delaying. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. This is Lisa Marie Goodson of the Blackberry Beauty Transformative Academy, Ancient African Wisdom and Beauty and Sacred Space for the Modern Sister. Peace and blessings.